Welcome back to the Workbench, where uncut and unedited, you get to watch me, a guy, try to make things. And what I'm trying to make right now is a Wacky Races diorama using these two kits, using the Compact Pussycat and the Mean Machine model kits. And we're making pretty good progress, but I didn't quite make as much progress as I really wanted to in between episodes. So let me get you caught up here. We'll start with the Compact Pussycat. I did get the darker pink sprayed on the sides here for the scallops. So these need to be the darker pink. So I went ahead and just sprayed those over the lighter pink that we had already painted. I did get the yellow racing stripe, whatever this is. Hi there. This is Editing Tim, who is right now editing the video for today. And I have since realized that the scallops, in fact, let me see if I can I point you that way? You probably can't see it, but in the video, the scallops that I have masked off are backwards. And I realize this. I'll throw an arrow on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. But I have since realized while editing that they are backwards and they will be reversed before tomorrow. Thank you. Back to the live action. This scalloped yellow racing stripe taped in using our template that we made. Let me see if I can even pick it up. Using our template that we made yesterday. If you want to check that out, there is a playlist down in the description if you want to get caught up if you missed some episodes. But I got that taped in. I haven't got it sprayed yet, well, obviously. And I did go ahead and tape off this first scallop here because I kind of forgot. This fender, let's bring the picture back over just to remind everybody, this front fender is actually going to be yellow. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to spray this, which basically is the stripe and the window frame. Yeah, it's kind of the A-pillar and the window frame, whatever this would be. Anyway, so that's going to be yellow. I'm going to spray all of that, and then I'm going to spray the fenders separately, I think. That'll just so my brain, I have to focus on one thing at a time. I think that'll be the best way for me to do it. So I have to do this, and then these front fenders will get sprayed yellow also. But when I oversprayed the pink over here, I wasn't really thinking, in my brain, I was thinking this was all going to be yellow. It's not. These back fenders actually stay pink, so I'm going to have to spray those back pink, and I can do that at the same time. That'll be easy enough. So I went ahead and masked off this back fender like we had talked about, and we'll do the other side together so I can kind of show you how I went about doing it, because we just kind of talked about it yesterday, but I can actually show the process. That'll be kind of interesting. Anyways, so that's kind of where we're at with the Compact Pussycat, or Penelope's car here. The Mean Machine. Okay, so I needed to paint. Let me kind of hide what's going on here. So I needed to paint the front piece the light purple, which I did, and it came out nice. I think it looks good. I think it looks real good, actually. But while removing, and I was afraid this was going to happen, while removing the tape that I had it all taped off, I re-broke that seam and I've already gone to fix it because I was so angry. I just went ahead and started fixing it. But if you remember right, it was broken right here. Came in the kit that way. And we had glued it. The glue didn't hold, of course. I assumed it. I don't know why I assumed it was going to happen. I was so careful trying to pull this tape off. We had glued it, body worked it. It looked really good. It broke. So I went ahead and did what I should have done. I always say we, but it's me. I should have done in the first place is I actually backed it with a piece of styrene. So I re-glued the seam, backed it with a piece of styrene I'm just using, plastic cement. I thought it would actually hold, but I don't know. Deep down, I knew it was going to break when I pulled the tape off, but I went ahead and backed it with a kind of a patch, I guess you could say, to try to stiffen that up to add some rigidity to that. Now, and this has been glued a little bit, so I should be able to pull out tape, and it actually, it looks pretty good, but you can definitely see the crack. Actually, that's very smooth. It went back together really nice. But I'm still going to have to body work it again. So my plan this video was to actually go ahead and put the Mean Machine together. But now with this break, it's got me wondering. So when we put this together, when we put it together, we're going to have a seam. So it's got me, I've got to body work that. I see where I've got to repaint some right there also, which is no big deal. But it's got me wondering, should I go ahead and bust these wheels off? Actually, I'm not even going to ask the question. I think I should. Here's what we're going to do right now, because I think I can break these. Yeah, I thought I could break them loose pretty easy. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just bust the wheels off because they're not. Oh, this one actually glued a little. Uh-oh. Wonderful. Well, of course, we have one that's actually kind of glued well. Oh, there it went. Okay. Okay, so now what I can do, in fact, we're going to do it right now. I've got to bodywork that seam anyways. How about we go ahead and put this body clamshell together and I fill that seam in. I bodywork that seam so we lose the seam that's going to be in it. I wanted to do that anyways. Steps backwards, but I think that's what we should do anyways. So you know what? Let's just do it. I'm going to do it right now. Where's my glue? I just have it. Here we are. What I'm going to do, I'm going to drop glue in here in where the deals go, the pegs go. Just like so. This will also add rigidity because I'm going to glue this seam here. So that'll add even more rigidity to that break because it'll have some strength from the bottom of the tub or the bottom of the body there. But I think this is the thing to do. Anyways, I guarantee you if I'd left that seam and then I finished the diorama for the rest of my life, that seam would haunt me in my dreams. I literally would not be able to get it out of my brain. That's just how my brain works. So I think we just go ahead and do it anyway. So let's just bite the bullet. So we've got these pegs. FYI, this peg at some point broke off. This plastic's old and brittle, and I'm a gorilla with old brittle plastic. So it broke off at some point. But let's see if we can get this. Oh my goodness. I thought this would just kind of go together for us. Oh, okay. Well, we might have a change of plans. This might not. Why is it meant to be that? Is it meant to be like that? Oh, we can't do this. I'm an idiot. We can't do this. Pull it out. Pull it out. What am I thinking? Oh, get it off before it sticks. Well, I just broke a couple of those. I forgot we've got the fenders that go on here. That's why we weren't going to do that. That's why we couldn't do that. Dang it. Man, I want to get rid of that seam. How can I? Yeah, we got to put the fenders in here, which now I've broken the thing. We've got to put these fenders in. How can we? There's no way I could. I don't want to. How could we do this? I was like, why is there a gap in there? And I'm glad I noticed because that's where the. I need to shave these down smooth anyway. So I'm glad I broke the wheels off because those wheels weren't gluing up very well as I really wanted them to. So I'm okay with that. I wish there was. I want a way to get rid of this body seam, but I don't. I'd have to put the fenders in because they're already painted, and I don't want to have to. I think we're gonna have to live. I think we're gonna have to live with the seam. We had made that decision before. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sand down these wheels. I'm glad I remembered. I'm gonna sand down these surfaces smoother, flatter, so that those wheels will glue up better. And what I think I might do also, I think I'm going to, I think I'm going to do? I'm going to cut some styrene pieces, put a hole in the middle to make this flatter so that they'll sit and glue up better because they're just not gluing very well. These ones aren't. I might have to do the same to the Compact Pussycat because I really want these wheels to be nice and flush is my plan. So I think I'll have to do that. Okay. Again, 3 steps forward, 2 steps backwards, right? So I'm going to rebody work this and get this repainted. That's easy enough. It's just a little spot part. And then tomorrow we'll be able to, I'm going to get the wheels mounted up like I want them. Tomorrow we'll go ahead and assemble. Yeah, we'll go ahead and assemble. Yeah, we'll go ahead and assemble this seam. This body seam is going to drive me insane, but I don't know a good way to get rid of it. If you have an idea, let me know. Other than trying to mask the fenders, And I just don't want to, I know I just don't want to do that. It's going to be such a problem. If you have an idea, let me know down in the description. But I think the plan is now we leave the scene, I guess. You can tell it's really bugging me. And we'll just put the Mean Machine, basically we can put the Mean Machine pretty much completely together. What I also needed to do, really, all that's left on the Mean Machine is to paint the fins in here. In fact, we could do a little bit of this. Let me move the Compact Pussycat back over on here because it's going to need finishing taped and yellow painted. Oh, let me show too. I did put a first coat of paint on its interior. So I'm going yellow. And I think I'm gonna let the full interior probably be yellow, probably. Except for the seat. The seat is white. So the seat's gonna get painted white. But this all, you can tell the yellow does not coat well over the gray primer. So I'm gonna have to give a second coat. And I'm sure I'll have to do the same thing on the body. I have to do the same thing on the wheels, all that. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and, well, these wheels aren't that bad as far as how they're mounted. I'm gonna leave them. It was just the ones on the Mean Machine. But what I do want to do, I don't have I do have the paint here. I can do it. Is this, let me double check. I think this is the paint. This isn't, yeah, this is the paint that I need for this. So I think what we could do is just quickly, you've got to watch a lot of things go bad already. You might as well get to watch more things go bad, which is me try to hand paint inside of this here. And then let me get it arranged so you guys can see. Okay, so how hard is this going to be to pull a line? Wow, this is definitely going to take multiple coats too, which sucks. That's not good. You know what I probably can do is, can I just paint and then kind of, let me just go thick with this paint like so. Yeah, that's probably the game plan, and just let it kind of flow to the line as best I can. But what you want to try to do is pull the line all the way down it like so. That doesn't look horrible. You know where it's going to get hard is down here in these corners. Let me see what's going to happen here. It's just paint. It can always be repainted. Do I have a rag somewhere? Make sure I have a rag before I try doing this. Where is my, here it is. Okay, so let me see if I take a good bit of paint and just kind of put it in the corner like so, and then pull that line like that. And then take my finger and try to just lightly, I kind of took too much finger, I guess you could say. Let me bring it all the way to the corner, and then very lightly. It's kind of hard to just, yeah, it's not really working, is it? Well, kind of. You know what I might have to do? Yeah, that left a lot of paint to be desired there. Maybe I'll just kind of push it in there like so. There we go. That's okay. Just kind of push it in there. I don't know if you noticed, but I have no idea what I'm doing. But now we've got, let's see if that works. This is how Mom used to get stuff off my cheek. Maybe it'll work here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to repaint that black a little bit. Let me see. But that might not be too horrible. I wanted it to come to a nice point. But I don't know if I can get that to happen. In fact, it needs to come. Okay, silent concentration mode engaged. What if I just kind of do this? What I might have to do, yeah, what I think I'll have to do, or the way I'll do it, is I'll come back with black. And I think I can pull by hand, I can probably hand brush the black, and it won't, I don't think it'll look bad. I don't think. Because it doesn't look bad, I just need, like this line here needs to follow down. So what I probably will do, and not probably, this is what I will do, that'll get a second coat, I'll kind of do the same thing. Let me get I want to get the air bubbles out. It's the most important part. There we go. I do the same thing with the other two sections, whatever you want to call. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the black's outside. Oh, no, it's right here. I'll take my black. This is the black I'm using. And I'll just pull, hand brush a line across it all. So I'll get a nice smooth line across. I think that will probably work. That will look good because I'm able to pull a line. I'm just not able to get that point. Very careful, very careful, very careful. Steady hand, steady hand. And then come, again, I'm going to come like this. Like that. And see, I'm overpainting at where the point should be on this side over here. But I'll just pull black. Or even if I need to I could try and tape it off. I don't know how well it'll tape is the problem. I can try and tape it off and then spray it. I'm afraid it's going to go under the tape. I think I'll pull it by hand. Let me see if I can do this top one real quick while we're together, so we can all watch the disaster at the same time. So let's put that paint, and then what I want to do is just come up here like so. That looks all right. And then let's hit this top edge. And the thing is, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just as long as you pull kind of a smooth line, I guess. Yeah. I think that's going to look okay once I put that black back in there, but I'll obviously have to let it dry. But I'll go ahead and put it in a second coat to kind of fill in where it's a little light. In the middles there. You know what? Hold on just a second. Something's bugging me. It's bugging me. Something's bugging me. There's just a little bit of roughness right there. That's better. And now we just need our second coat there. And I think that'll work. Of course, I'll have to do the other side. And I also got, where'd the little guy go? It's around here somewhere. Here he is. I've got this little guy I've got to do, which it just has kind of one, I don't know, insert, whatever you want to call it. And I think I'll just do it the same way. In fact, this one, I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably just kind of do it the same way and then pull some black. And I think it'll look okay. I don't think you'll be able to see. My worry is I'm trying to keep all this paint very, very smooth and uniform. And I don't want a brush stroke, but I think I can keep the brush stroke out of it where you'll never see it. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I think we made some progress and then we've made some regress. By me not thinking. I'm never thinking correctly. So I'm going to fix in between episodes. This is definitely what I'm going to do. I also want to say, sorry, there was not a YouTube short this morning. That's why for the same reason why I didn't get as far along. It's just life is in the way and I wasn't able to get it done. But I will get this fixed because it's bugging the heck out of me. So this will definitely get fixed. It actually won't take much. I don't even know if it's going to take any filler or not. I mean, it feels smooth to touch, but I'm probably going to have to fill and paint. I know I have to paint, but I'll probably have to fill it too. I'll put a little filler on it, sand. Anyways, talking to myself. I'll get this done in between episodes. So tomorrow we are, and I'm going to finish painting these guys so that tomorrow we can assemble the Mean Machine. Sans figures, the Dick and Muttley are still in the works, but the Mean Machine itself is going to get assembled tomorrow. The Penelope, I'm going to get this yellow sprayed for sure because it's already done. We'll mask that tomorrow. I'll show you how that's something we can do tomorrow. I was going to mask this, but we're kind of running out of time and I've got stuff stuck there. I'll show you how I did that tomorrow. That'll give us something to do tomorrow because we're kind of running out of time today. I don't want these videos to run too long, but I will finish the yellow, that part of the yellow, definitely put a second coat on the interior, get the Mean Machine ready for assembly. Still trying to work out how I want to build some flames coming out of the back of this, some acrylic flames with an LED in there. The LED part, all that's easy. It's actually making the acrylic piece. Any ideas, let me know down in the comments. Any comments, let me know down. That, you know what, YouTube loves comments. So if you got them, please leave them down there in the description. Just say hi. You know, just say I hate your mustache. Oh, and I forgot we were working on the Mean Machine. I needed to get my mustache out. I got to keep that in mind when we're working on Dick's car. But anyways, thank you for joining me. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to keep up. Do all those things you do on YouTube. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.